This new Pence 5p coin with Elizabeth II DG Reg FD could secretly be worth thousands before you spend that small coin. Look again, because this seemingly ordinary 5 new pence might hold unimaginable value. From rare minting errors to hidden collector demand, this coin could turn your pocket change into a life-changing payday. Let's uncover the truth behind this hidden gem. This new Pence 5p coin with Elizabeth II DG Reg FD could secretly be worth thousands before you spend that small coin. Look again, because this seemingly ordinary 5 new pence might hold unimaginable value. From rare minting errors to hidden collector demand, this coin could turn your pocket change into a life-changing payday. Let's uncover the truth behind this hidden gem. This new Pence 5p coin with Elizabeth II DG Reg FD could secretly be worth thousands before you spend that small coin. Look again, because this seemingly ordinary 5 new pence might hold unimaginable value. Let's unlock the mystery and immense potential value behind the 1979 UK new Pence 5p coin bearing the regal inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1979. While many of these coins are still floating around in the UK's older coin collections or tucked away in drawers, some rare variants and errors have turned what looks like everyday change into treasures, worth thousands or even millions of dollars. If you're lucky enough to possess the right 1979 5p coin, you could be holding a numismatic gold mine that could make you a billionaire overnight. The 5 new pence coin was introduced in 1968 as part of the UK's shift toward decimalization. Officially completed in 1971, the 1979 version continued the original design series and featured on the obverse the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Created by Arnold Macon, with the Latin inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1979, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse side carries the inscription New Pence and displays a crowned thistle, Scotland's national emblem, designed by Christopher Ironside. Specifications of the 1979 5p coin are as follows: composition, Cupronico, 75% copper, 25% nickel diameter, 23.59 am weight, 5.65 grams edge, milled. This version was part of the original larger 5p series that mimicked the size of the pre-decimal shilling. In 1990, the Royal Mint reduced the size of the 5p, so all large 5p coins dated before then, including 1979, were later demonetized. But their collector value has soared, especially for certain rarities. Now, here's where the fortune lies: error coins and rare varieties. While the Royal Mint had high standards, a small number of minting mistakes occurred, and the 1979 5p coins are no exception. Some documented anomalies include mistrack coins off-center or double strikes, clipped planchettes where part of the coin is missing, wrong planchette errors, a 5p struck on a 2p blank. Example, these errors are incredibly rare, and if you own a 1979 5p with such flaws, especially in mint or uncirculated condition, it could be worth tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. Even in their standard form, proof sets or uncirculated 1979 5p coins from the Royal Mint carry significant value. Coins preserved in their original presentation packaging, untouched and untarnished, can sell for high prices at auction, especially if professionally graded MS65 or higher by third-party agencies like NGC or PCGS. A19795p in pristine condition could fetch between £500 and £5,000 today, depending on market demand. Furthermore, some rumors and collector reports suggest that a few transitional mule errors exist. Coins that may have been struck with incorrect dies during die setup, combining the wrong obverse or reverse pairings. These are exceptionally rare, and if discovered and authenticated, such a coin could break modern UK auction records, reaching values over £100,000 or even into the millions, especially if it's the only known specimen. The key to identifying a rare or valuable 1979 5p coin lies in details and condition. Check for date clarity, design misalignment, double letters, weak strikes, or signs that the metal used seems off-color or underweight. If you suspect you have an error, don't clean it. Store it in a protective case and seek expert evaluation. Coins graded and certified by top agencies hold 10 times more value than raw, ungraded ones, especially in the international collector market. In conclusion, while the 1979 new Pence 5p coin might seem like an everyday piece of pocket change, it holds the potential to change lives, especially when it comes to rare variants and error coins. As collector interest surges in UK decimal coinage, these coins are becoming harder to find in top condition, and rarities are selling for unbelievable sums. So check your drawers, old jars, or inherited coin books. You might just discover a hidden fortune waiting to turn you into a billionaire overnight. Let's dive into the fascinating and potentially life-changing story of the 1978 UK new Pence 5p coin, inscribed with Elizabeth II G Reg FD 1978 ATA coin that many overlook as ordinary change. But in the right condition, or with a rare minting error, could be worth millions in today's collector's market. This coin is part of the original large 5p series before the redesign in 1990. And if you've got the right version, it could be your ticket to overnight billionaire status. The 5p new Pence coin of 1978 continued the series first launched. In 1968, which replaced the pre-decimal shilling in Britain's newly decimalized system, the coin's obverse features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machane. With the Latin inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1978, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, the reverse, designed by Christopher Ironside, shows a crowned thistle representing Scotland. With the words New Pence above and 5 below, here are the official specifications for the 1978 5p coin. Composition: copper nickel. 75% copper, 25% nickel weight, 5.65 grams diameter, 23.59 thickness, 1.78 image. Milled, these were standard circulation coins, but a few were also minted for proof in uncirculated coin sets. However, it is the rare minting errors and exceptional conditions that have turned some examples into extremely valuable collector's items. The real excitement lies in error. Coins and mule varieties, which can appear due to mistakes during the minting process. While the Royal Mint maintains strict quality control, errors still slip through. Known and potential errors include off-center strikes, where the design is visibly misaligned, double strikes, where parts of the coin show ghosted or duplicated images wrong, planchette errors, where the coin was struck on a blank meant for another denomination, or metal die rotation errors, where the obverse and reverse don't align properly. These coins are not just rare, they're unique pieces of minting history. If a 1978 5p coin with such an error were discovered in top condition and verified by an expert grader like PCGS or NGC, it could sell for £50,000 to over £500,000, and if one of a kind even break the $1 million mark. Another factor that increases the value of the 1978 5p coin is its appearance and proof. Sets are brilliant, uncirculated quality. These coins were not meant for general circulation and often exhibit superior strike quality, luster, and sharp detail. A 1978 proof 5p coin in its original Royal Mint. Packaging and preserved in perfect condition can easily fetch hundreds to thousands of pounds, especially if it is a high-grade example like MS66 or above. There's also the added intrigue of coins that have toning, mere finishes, or unusually strong strikes, which collectors are willing to pay extra for. A combination of rarity, condition, and historical context fuels the value. A collector might pay top dollar to complete a date run of the large-size 5p series, or obtain a proof coin that was part of a limited edition. When these coins cross international auctions, the competition is fierce, driving up the value to incredible heights. to identify whether your 1978 5p coin is among the rare and valuable ones. Closely inspect both sides under a magnifying glass. Look for inconsistencies in the rim, unusual alignment between obverse and reverse, double letters or numbers, off-metal strikes, or abnormal thickness or color. If something looks different, protect the coin immediately and seek expert authentication. Never clean the coin, as this can ruin its value entirely. In conclusion, while the 1978 new Pence 5p coin might seem like a regular piece of British currency, rare variants, especially those with minting errors or pristine proof finishes, can be worth thousands to millions of dollars. With the rise of interest in pre-1990 UK decimal coinage, collectors are hunting for these forgotten treasures. Check your coin jars, old albums, and inherited coin books, because the right 1978 5p might be your secret to unimaginable wealth and a billionaire future waiting in plain sight. Let's unravel the extraordinary story of the 1975 UK new Pence 5p coin. Inscribed with Elizabeth II G Reg FD 1975, a coin many overlook as simple change, but that, under the right conditions, could be worth thousands or even millions today. With rare minting errors, uncirculated proof versions, and historical significance, the 1975 5p coin has become one of the most sought-after decimal coins among collectors. Not just a coin, it could be your secret to overnight wealth. The 5p coin was introduced in 1968 as part of the UK's shift to decimal currency, replacing the old 1 shilling coin. By 1975, the Royal Mint continued producing this larger size 5p. With the reverse designed by Christopher Ironside featuring a crowned Scottish thistle and the denomination 5 new pence, the obverse shows Queen Elizabeth II's second portrait by Arnold Mackin, surrounded by the Latin inscription Elizabeth II, D.G. Reg. F.D. 1975, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The specifications of the 1975 5p coin are: composition, cupra nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel weight, 5.65 grams diameter, 23.59 thickness, 1.78 edge. Milled, these coins were legal tender and circulated widely until 1990, when the Royal Mint introduced the smaller version of the 5p. However, original large 5p coins, like the 1975 version, were eventually withdrawn and demonetized. Examples much rarer today. What makes the 1975 5p coin potentially worth millions are the extremely rare minting errors, which occurred in very small numbers. For example, missed strikes such as off-center strikes, where the design is shifted clipped planchets, where a section of the coin is missing die rotation errors. The obverse and reverse are misaligned double strikes, creating ghosted or doubled images. Coins with these errors, especially in mint state, can sell for thousands to hundreds of thousands of pounds at auction, depending on rarity and visual impact. If a previously unknown 1975 5p coin with a significant minting flaw were authenticated, it could command $1 million price tag due to its uniqueness. Another valuable aspect is the proof and brilliant, uncirculated BU versions of the 1975 5p. These coins were not released for general use, but were struck to a much higher standard for collectors, often found in Royal Mint annual sets. With superior luster, mirror-like finishes, and sharper details, these coins can be worth hundreds or even thousands, particularly when preserved in original mint packaging and graded MS65 or higher by professional grading companies like NGC or PCGS. What drives the value of coins like this is the scarcity in high-grade condition. While millions of 1975 5p coins were struck, most have been heavily circulated, scratched, or worn down. A near-flawless example, especially one with original luster or sealed in its original mint capsule, can dramatically outperform typical market values. In the rare coin market, condition is king, and even slight upgrades in grade can increase the value tenfold. Online marketplaces and major auction houses have seen growing interest in vintage UK decimal coinage, especially coins minted in the 1970s. Collectors today are not just interested in the historical context, but in the possibility of uncovering unique variants or error coins. Some sellers claim to have discovered coins struck on wrong planchades or with lettering anomalies. If a genuine 1975 5p mule coin or off-metal strike were ever confirmed, it could become one of the most valuable coins in British modern history. If you own a 1975 5p coin, examine it carefully. Use a magnifier to check for misaligned edges, doubling of letters or numbers, signs of clipping, unusual coloring, or weight inconsistencies. If anything appears abnormal, don't attempt to clean or polish the coin that could ruin its value. Instead, store it in a protective case and seek evaluation from a certified numismatist or grading authority. In conclusion, while the 1975 UK new Pence 5p coin may seem like an everyday piece of change, it carries hidden potential for massive wealth. Rare errors, uncirculated specimens, and proof examples have the ability to turn this humble coin into a 6- or 7-figure prize. So check your drawers, coin jars, and inherited collections, because that one coin could make you a billionaire overnight and tell a story of unimaginable hidden treasure waiting in plain sight. Let's explore one of the most historic and potentially highly valuable UK decimal coins ever produced. The 1968 new Pence 5p coin, featuring the royal inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1968. While millions of these coins were minted as part of Britain's Great Decimalization rollout, certain ultra-rare versions mint errors, and pristine, uncirculated examples have now become exceptionally valuable, with some experts estimating their worth at tens of thousands to even millions of dollars, depending on rarity and condition. This isn't just loose change. This coin could make you a billionaire overnight if you hold the right one. The 1968 5p coin was groundbreaking. It was one of the first decimal coins issued by the Royal Mint to prepare the public ahead of Britain's official currency changeover in 1971. It was designed to replace the traditional 1 shilling coin and carried identical value. What makes the 1968 version so historic is that it was part of the pre-circulation set, meaning it was minted and distributed before decimalization officially began, making it the very first UK decimal 5p coin ever produced. The coin features Queen Elizabeth II's second portrait by Arnold Machen, wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The obverse inscription reads Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1968, and the reverse, designed by Christopher Ironside, displays a crowned thistle, the national emblem of Scotland, with the denomination marked as 5 new pence. Here are the official specifications of the 1968 5p coin. Metal: copper nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel diameter, 23.59 m weight, 5.65 grams edge. Lit minted by the Royal Mint. Though the coin is technically dated 1968, it was issued in advance and widely distributed in 1969 and 1970 via pre-decimal sets and educational kits. However, not all 1968 5p coins are created equal, and this is where the incredible value lies. Some extremely rare variants and errors of the 1968 5p coin are known to exist, and these can be worth tens of thousands or more, depending on how rare or dramatic the minting anomaly is. Known error types include off-center strikes, where the image is misaligned, double strikes, where the coin has been struck twice, creating a ghosted effect, die rotation errors, where the reverse and obverse don't line up, clipped planchettes, where a section of the coin is missing due to a blanking error. Coins with such rare features, especially in uncirculated condition, have fetched upwards of £10,000, £50,000, and even higher if the error is unique. What elevates the value even further is the presence of proof and brilliant uncirculated BOO coins issued in limited Royal Mint presentation packs. These coins were struck to a far superior standard: mirror finish, crisp design, and perfect edges. When preserved in their original mint packaging, or certified by top grading agencies like NGC or PCGS at MS65 or higher, they can easily sell for £1,000 to £10,000 or more depending on demand and scarcity. There's also a significant collector. An historical demand for early decimal coins, especially those from 1968 to 1971 that marked the UK's transition to a modern monetary system. Collectors worldwide seek these transitional coins to complete historical sets and first-issue coins, always command premium value in the market. Combine that with minting errors or exceptional preservation, and you've got the perfect storm for a $1 million coin. If you suspect you have a 1968 5p coin that may be rare, here's what to do. First, examine both sides under magnification. Check for abnormalities in the edges, doubled letters, misaligned designs, or odd shapes. If you find something suspicious, never clean the coin, as that destroys its value. Instead, store it in a coin flip or capsule and take it to a professional coin grader or numismatist for evaluation. In summary, the 1968 UK Elizabeth II new Pence 5p coin is not just a piece of currency. It's a historic milestone in British monetary history, and certain rare or error examples can be worth an unimaginable fortune today. With the right error or pristine condition, this humble coin could transform from a forgotten drawer find into a multi-million-dollar treasure, making you wealthy beyond imagination. So check your coin collections carefully. Your billionaire moment might be hiding in plain sight.